Lock it in, lock it in, yeah. It's the Joe Lockett Show. Lock it in, lock it in, yeah. It's the Joe Lockett Show. Lock it in. Are you ready to be entertained, educated? A little stimulation for your brain. Lock it in. Are you ready to learn? Are you ready to laugh? Are you ready to love? Then lock it in, lock it in, yeah. It's the Joe Lockett Show. Lock it in, lock it in, yeah. It's the Joe Lockett Show. Lock it in, lock it in. It's the Joe Lockett Show.
Welcome in everyone to the Joe Lockett Show. It is the JLS. My name is Nephew. He is I, and I am him. And again, you are tuning into the Joe Lockett Show. Yeah. Now, with that being said, hope you guys are doing good out there. How I always do it when you tuning into it, especially on social media, make sure that you do like, share, subscribe on all of our platforms, whether that be YouTube, whether that be TikTok, whether it be Instagram, whether it be Twitter or X, however you like to say that. Shout out to Twitch, shout out to Spotify, and the like. Make sure that you do stay tuned on all of our drops. Shout out to YouTube. We've been getting a lot of response from YouTube. So let me get y'all some ear. And also to good old faithful Facebook. We got stuff to get into. I don't even know how to describe this. Now, in dealing with stuff, not only do we have stuff to get to, we also have updates and other news that's been going on. It's like what, day 2 of surviving the election cycle. So however you are with whatever it is, hey, again, it is what it is. But yeah, man. So we got a different manners of news. Have no idea what Joe is going to be bringing to the table when he comes in. Goodness, it's Friday Eve, so I'm ready to go to the crib just like everybody else. Now, with that being said, we might as well go ahead and get into our very small news segment for today. So let's go ahead and do it.
So we'll go on with our live entertainment. Without further ado, here they are.
It's cliffhangers.
Love it. I just love it.
Alrighty. First things first. We got some updates with one of the situations that was going on a few weeks ago that was under investigation. If anyone remembers the Liam Payne, I think that's his name. If you know anything about him, he's the one of the singers from One Direction. Now, in the midst of their investigation, because if you know anything about this guy and that he sings and stuff, you know when everything happened, he was reported deceased outside of his hotel room. They included that it might have been a certain type of drug he was under, and that he ended up either ODing and tipping over, or tipping over as the result of being too high. So whichever one it is, do your own cleanup for that. But they were investigating different people. I know one of the folks that was getting investigated when I was doing the story. Apparently it was one of the folks on staff at the hotel room. Him and his I think his girlfriend was at. And they were investigating him because I guess he's the one that supplied him with whatever drug he was on at the time. But it says here that at least 3 people have reportedly been investigated in the connection. So I'm guessing they're thinking it's not so much as an accident, as it was on purpose. It says here on Thursday, which is today, on November 7th, the Argent news outlet, I probably said y'all name wrong, sorry about that, published an update about the investigation on the singer's death. Furthermore, the outlet reported that the National Criminal and Correctional Prosecutor's Office out there in Bornos executed a search on multiple locations. So apparently there's more than meets the eye on this. That is all the information they have released. I'm gonna be looking out for this just to see where it goes. I know if you into the pop music and stuff like that, or music in general, because apparently he had his ear a little bit closer to more folks than I thought. This will be more of a topic later on. I guess we'll see where this goes with that. Now, next up, gotta go ahead and let her cook. So before I get into it, let me make sure I get it pulled up. One sec. Now, apparently, Whoopi Goldberg has been trending in the news today. She was on the Jimmy Kimmel show. Shout out to Jimmy Kimmel. On the Tonight Show or Jimmy Fallon, my bad. I said Jimmy Kimmel. She was on the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon, and she was letting folks know about her Sister Act 3 and other stuff that she got going on. So rather than bore you out to death, let me go ahead and let Miss Whoopi Goldberg let us know about what she got going on.
Did he agree to do Sister Act 3? Let's get to the. Come on.
Well,
come on.
Here's
the second time you met him. Go.
Yeah.
Do the right thing.
We're having to make some readjustments because we just lost Maggie Smith, as you know.
Right.
And so we will get it done. We'll get it done. It just is a shift.
Oh my gosh. Did he agree to do Sister Act 3? Let's get to the. Come on.
Well,
come on.
I'm launching the first global women's sports channel called AWSN.
That's what I'm talking about.
Uh-oh.
AWSN.
Shout out Miss Whoopi.
For live women's sports from around the world. Everything from soccer, basketball, tennis, cricket, curling, you name it. If a woman is playing it, we're showing it. Yes.
I love that you're doing that.
We partnered. Do you know Common Spirit?
Yes.
Common Spirit's a great organization, a great company, and they really promote women's health, and they are our partners in the channel. So it's really wonderful. And we're growing really fast. We've already launched in Asia, the Middle East, India on Geo, which is Geo TV. And we got a big announcement about our US launch coming next week. And I wanted to do this because ever since I was a little kid, I always wanted to play sports. I'm launching the first global.
So, hey, man, more on her interview. Shout out to Jimmy Fallon. If you want to see the rest of what Miss Whoopi was talking about, I find that very fire. So, again, let me go ahead and get her some air horns on that. If you know anything about me, I'm a big sports guy myself. And if you watch sports, especially ESPN or like Fox and stuff like that, they include female sports, but it's more male centric, if that makes sense. So I'm glad that there's more platforms, not only for females to showcase their talents and their gifts, but also to build more of a platform and make money. You feel me? This can do nothing but boost ratings for anything female, whether it be women's basketball. Shout out to Angel Reese and Clerk Caitlin Clark, or if you're talking about tennis, or if you're doing track and field with Simone Biles, who is somebody that's been very vocal. Yeah, so again, man, I can't wait to see them go. Looking forward to see when it launch. Now, got to segue over, since we are talking about sports, segue over with Whoopi's other platform, The View. Apparently Stephen A. Smith was on there to talk a little bit about how he reacted to the politics in the presidential election. So let me go ahead and segue over to her other platform. Get that pulled up. One sec. There we go.
I was surprised at how lopsided it was. I was not surprised by the outcome.
Right.
I saw the outcome coming from a mile away. You have to take into account, listen, we respect our president, Joe Biden, but here's the reality. He got into office. He promised to be a transitional president, to be a stopgap to pave the way for somebody else to come on board. Into the midterms, it was supposed to be a red wave. It did not happen. The Democrats was flying high. He felt the momentum because he was the incumbent. And instead of leaving, he decided to stay. When he decided to stay, the Democrats were in a quandary because they were expecting him to leave. Now he wants to stay. They're around him. They're seeing the fastball has dissipated to some degree. They're seeing that he's not what he used to be. And what do you do about it? You grease the skids. There's no primary for him to experience. I was surprised at how let him go on stage June 27th, and clearly he was exposed. 3.5 weeks later, he's forced and compelled to step away because donors to the Democratic establishment, they were not going to support that. And then Kamala Harris is inserted. I don't blame her one bit. I thought she did a phenomenal job.
Yep.
She did what she could, but you can't overcome that kind of situation. And remember, there's 2 C words that are incredibly important in America. Capitalism is one. Competition is another. Let him go on stage June 20th.
Now, that was just a little bit of what Stephen A was going into while he was on The View. They had some whole manner of stuff, but of course he's reacting like most of everybody else is. After post-election with how everything is going, a lot of folks are still reacting. Not only is folks like a Stephen A reacting, other folks from other parties. Shout out to Bernie Sanders. He made a tweet not too long ago where he was posting. He was like, "It should come as no great surprise that the Democratic Party, which has abandoned working class people, would find that the working class abandoned them. While the Democratic leadership depends on status quo, the American people are angry and want to change, and they are right." That is Mr. Bernie. Now, I do have to say, as far as with me reacting to everybody saying this, I find it real funny that nobody is surprised of the outcome. Like, it's so convenient. Nobody's surprised of the outcome, even though half of y'all was pretty quiet or expecting the other one. But I mean, hey, that's the only thing I got to take from the post-election. But yeah, man, they're not the only ones that's reacting. There's plenty of other celebrities. I know there's a few that's celebrating, others that's heartbroken. Like I said, the Simone Biles lady, she had a response back and forth of what she was feeling in the moment when it came towards the result. I got here LeBron James. He made a post, heavy on my heart and mind. This and my princess promise to protect you with everything I have. and more. Yeah, little stuff like that. Like I said, everybody reacting to it. We'll see where this goes. You guys put into the chats, let us know how you felt about it as far as with the news on that. Now, in different news, what do I got different, Lord Godly? Now, another person that was pretty outspoken and vocal during the election spot. Apparently, he is filing a lawsuit against a few of the artists of today. Soulja Boy, Meg Thee Stallion, and Glorilla being it. Plies. Apparently, Plies is doing a lawsuit against Soulja Boy, Meg Thee Stallion, and Glorilla about licensing his music. Said according to TMZ and some documents on Wednesday, Plies legally filed on behalf of his 2008 record "Me and My Goons," claiming that it was sampled by Soulja Boy's 2010 record "Pretty Boy Swag" and Meg Thee Stallion and Glorilla's new song "Wanna Be." Now this is also reported. Shout out to TMZ on that. Plies has taken to his own social media to respond to it by giving out what he thought, or just the the song, and relaying it back to the other ones. Now, as a music fan, I see what Plies doing. I mean, he got a case. I can't say against it that he don't have a case, but I see what you're doing, Plies. I don't know how I feel about this. Now, one of them, I guess I can get it because it's a recent song. That's the Meg and Glorilla song. I mean, it came out probably like a month ago. So I can see you probably getting away with that. Soulja ain't got nothing as it is, but you to go after his 2010 record that I promise you nobody was really listening to. That's just icing on the cake to be a little bit more petty. But I'm wondering to see where this goes. I don't see Plies getting in conversations like that. If I'm probably behind the 8 ball, because again, I don't keep up with Plies. But knowing the three of them, this is not going to be nothing just swept under the rug that they're not going to respond to, especially the guy on this list. He's going to respond to most ignorant, Soulja Boy. So I have no idea where this is going to go. I'm interested to see, because I see nothing but entertainment in this. Now, I do doubt that the females that he's suing will comment. They shouldn't comment, honestly. Shout out to Glorilla and Meg. They're having a phenomenal year. Please don't comment to Plies. Just handle this. Now, Soulja Boy, this could probably help him. So you're shooting him some bail. Because again, nobody's listening to Soulja Boy. But hey, again, we'll see where this goes. I can't play the music, but if you know anything about the music or Plies or Shade Room, they all have the examples on their page, so you can listen to it. It's definitely heavily sampled. That's why I was like, he got a case. Definitely heavy sample from what he got going on. But hey, we'll see where that goes. Lastly, on the docket, Holly Bailey.
That's your baby, ain't it?
She all right.
What?
She all right. I like her sister. Chloe. I'm a Chloe man.
They look about the same to me.
I mean, you're not going wrong either or.
Okay.
You're not going wrong. Like, don't confuse my what you call it? Don't confuse me holding it down for her sister. Just say I would never. No, I'd be DDG so fast. But yeah, man. She took to social media real quick. Do me a favor. I need that charger like really bad.
Which
This is
charger?
gonna die. The blue one. And I'm on 1%.
What's in the die?
This phone.
Wow. It didn't charge?
No, it didn't.
Okay. Hold tight.
Yeah. Hold on, man.
I'm trying to see what did you sit on the charge last night?
I did, but it's been acting finicky.
I haven't been coming here checking it, so I check it. I start checking from now on.
It's probably finna die on me, so I'm gonna have to shoot something different.
Did you catch it?
I caught it, but it's still at 1.
It'll get it. As long as you charge up to something strong, you'll stay. It ain't gonna get past 3 though.
Yeah, it's not. So I'm finna go ahead all of the rig and then turn it off. Anyway, but yeah, Haley Bailey. I keep messing her up. Holly Bailey.
Hallelujah.
They throw me off because Holly.
What's up, Max? What's up, Connie?
I
What's
see
up,
the
Lauren?
E on the end, but
What's up, Ginger?
that
What's up,
A be
John?
throwing me off in her name. But whatever. So
I think I saw Rachel on here. Hey, Rachel.
So apparently she took to social media not too long ago in response to again her ex baby daddy DDG. Apparently he's been trending himself with Kai Cenat. Now, what just happened, the reason why we're hearing nothing from but them right now. DDG was on Kai Cenat's live not too long ago with
Thanks,
the baby. Now, in being with the baby, you know how Kai is and stuff like that. Honestly, it was a very tame stream. I'm not gonna lie. He didn't do too much wow. He, you know what I mean, presented some different stuff, and he showed all the baby equipment that he had with him, and he was giving him diapers and stuff like that. It was really cool. Like I said, it wasn't wild.
Right.
Now she took to social media and they kind of reacted live on stream to a few of her tweets that she posted, seeing them. Now, Holly said, as a woman experiencing severe postpartum, there are boundaries that I wish to be respected. Nobody knows what someone is going through until they snap. Now, they reacted to that. They're like, oh, okay. Right. Like how most dudes would.
Right.
She also took back to Twitter. Hi, everyone. Just so you know, I am out of town. I don't approve of my baby being on stream tonight. I wasn't told or notified, and I am extremely upset to have my baby in front of millions of people. I am his mother and protector, and saddened that I wasn't notified, especially when I'm out of town.
Hey, Crystal. Hey, Charlotte. Hey, Red. You know that this kind of stuff. Now, who had the baby on the screen? Because I wasn't.
DDG.
Okay, so here's the thing. I get tired of the fake outrage that parents have about their kids.
Hold on. Before you go in, because she did respond after, because he did post the gifts and stuff that he received. But she responded after, and she said, yesterday, maybe I did overreact. I shouldn't have brought it here. I know that Halo is always safe with his dad.
That part.
I just don't like finding out with the rest of the world what my baby is doing. Thank you, Kai, for the gifts, yada yada, from Halo. All righty. Now to your point, you go. Yeah, because you were saying this, and
bro, you know,
I'm with you.
Because, bro, if you had a baby with me and you lay with me, you should trust me with what I do.
With the baby.
You know what I'm saying? So whatever I'm doing, right? I gotta trust. You should trust me with the kid because it's my baby too. Because people act like, damn, when we ain't together, they act like at the end of the day it's just your baby. You know what I'm saying? It's just their baby, not yours. So I have no rights to what I want to do with my kid. But because you're the main caregiver, right? You can do any damn thing you want to, and that's bull.
Yeah,
honestly,
I mean,
bro.
But she, you know, what's weird? How I read all of this off, because I'm with you all the way. Don't say you don't want to shoot them out and then completely out them about something y'all both have.
But that's a conversation that you have, or you text. Or you can text him and say, "Hey, take the baby.
Yeah, take the baby off.
Take the baby off the screen." You know what I'm saying?
Or go home, big dog.
But you're seeking. But again, you're seeking attention to yourself too.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And that's the whole thing. Because when I saw portions of him and Kai fake going back and forth, that was BS. Men don't do that.
They don't.
You know what I'm saying? Because when I saw that, bro, I'm like, bro, hands been thrown already. You don't sit like you sitting with me and talking about, bro, don't say this, don't say that, bro, don't say this, don't say that. Man, I been and walked up. Pop. What? We tore the room up already. You know what I'm saying? So We ain't finna even play with that. When we sit down like this here, bro, we come to, at peace. We come to straighten things out in front of the world and keep it moving. That was for entertainment. When I saw it, I'm like, man, I'm looking at both of them, and neither one of them probably can throw them hands for real. You know what I'm saying? Both of them, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, bro, go sit down somewhere. Y'all talking tough, but when I saw pieces of it, I'm like, keep it moving. Neither one of y'all
about, later on in the stream.
Them just sitting down together and going back.
Because I was like, they didn't do that with the baby though. But
no, the baby wasn't there. But when Gorilla,
about the other stuff.
Yeah. And
he still got to do his brand. That's his own brand. But
that was stupid though. I mean, I'm not nobody finna sit there and watch that bull crap, bro. I mean, if people sitting there being entertained,
older folks not gonna watch that.
No, bro, because it was fake entertainment. I'm sitting there like, really? This is what people sitting here watching?
Look,
no, bro, seriously. You sitting back here watching some shit that they done playing, right? You sitting this close, and ain't nobody laid hands in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
2 brothers.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, go ahead. Keep it.
I'm just saying. I can't defend. That's his brand. That's what he do. That's how he became a millionaire. BS like that.
Come on, man. Don't say that one more. Say it one more time. Don't you call me another word. Don't you call me that word again. Don't you say that word again.
If I'm not mistaken, he did something like that with Uzi Vert, with not Cat, but Kevin Hart and stuff like that.
But with Kevin Hart, but with comedians, I can see that's funny. But when you supposedly have beef with somebody, a real man sitting there looking at that like, bro,
you took it like it was real beef. That one, that one real beef.
Right.
That one real beef.
No, to me it was. To me, none of it was. But anyway, let's keep it moving.
Hey Sharon. Lastly, on the news, stupid news, which I really want to know the update on this stupid news. Apparently, monkey see what the monkey do, and how many monkeys jump on the bed. Real quick before I go into it, how many monkeys be jumping on the bed?
I'm the only monkey be jumping on my bed.
Word?
Yeah.
All right. Well, they busting into your windows and your cars.
Several monkeys are on the loose. At least 40 monkeys escaped from the Alpha Genesis facility in rural South Carolina. The company says it provides mission-critical research and development support to the scientific community. This is just 2 hours away from Augusta, Georgia. Right now, police have set up traps to capture the monkeys. They're saying that you don't want to get too close. Don't interact with one. If you see them, we're not talking about Abu from Aladdin. They're not like friendly crawling up on your.
But they look cute, so you say,
from
oh,
a
look
distance.
at the cute little monkey.
If y'all see the monkey, stay away from them, okay?
Several monkeys.
Hey, man.
Miss Carter's in the building. Hey, Miss Carter.
Now, I'm going to go ahead and break the
Sharon.
fourth wall with y'all. Be a little bit vulnerable, even though I don't try to be. Before I worked with Joe, I used to work in these research facilities with monkeys. While I'm laughing with everybody else, this is serious. 2 things you got to know with monkeys coming from research labs.
They shut up with some everything.
Some of freaking everything. And they're very low tolerance. Very. Only few researchers even got where they give tolerance. But don't confuse tolerance with they like you. Again, for folks in Georgia, while they have few people they will tolerate, do not confuse tolerance with liking you. They will flip out and you will be very much hurt because they strong. Big Joe strong. And you wouldn't even think they are. I am so serious on this. Like, I'm not even playing.
I'm not finna touch nothing, brother. Came out the wild.
I ain't fooled with him while I was in the research facility because when I looked at him, I ain't trust nothing in their eyes.
I'm gonna tell you, if he in my house, I'm putting him down.
Oh yeah, shoot.
I said,
let me take that down. Excuse me, I misspoke. Stay safe.
I will.
Stay safe.
I will.
These suckers, man. I used to like monkeys until I had to work with them.
I'm gonna be the only monkey in the show,
bro.
What do you say? How many monkeys jumping on your bed? Me.
But the thing about it is 40 of them. Again, another detail that you need to know about these monkeys. Most of the time, they have hepatitis B. Period.
Okay. I ain't worried about none of that.
No, I'm just saying for folks, you contract that, there's no cure.
Okay, so can we be honest? Okay. There's only certain people gonna play around with monkeys. Let's be real. Movies. Only certain people gonna stay. Only certain people gonna stay and talk about what's that noise. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Everybody ain't finna play with no monkeys, bro. Monkeys ain't going to the hood. You know what I'm saying? Ain't monkeys ain't nobody gonna be in the hood trying to make them a pet. Okay, them monkeys gonna be going to certain neighborhoods and people gonna try to make them pets. Okay, so y'all be careful out there. That's all I'm gonna say.
Woo. Yeah,
What's up, Big Daddy?
Man,
Big Daddy Max in the building. What's up, wonderful Matt? Huh?
Cameron moved this to the side. Yeah, no, like stay safe, stay safe. Yes, certain people, movie people.
Yeah.
All right, movie people do not think it's a movie today. Okay, because I promise you, it's gonna get real quick. It was an incident when I was at my lab facility of a lady.
What's up, Greg?
They got real attached to one of the monkeys.
What's up, wonderful?
Because again, the monkey tolerated her, and she would feed it different type of things like peanut butter, celery, things like that. And the monkeys tend to favor her because she was like, all right, when she come in, I know I'm gonna get some food. The power went out in the facility. Now we got generators. It just generated back, yada, yada, yada. It didn't shut everything completely off except for the rooms. But the rooms have that red light. The red light. Okay. Now, she thinking that everything cool because in the middle of it, her and another facility mate or whatever for the monkeys, they were switching them over to their clean cages and taking them out there dirty in the midst of the lights going out. Right. So they ended up getting a few of them back, and she thinking, hey,
oh, boy, gonna be okay.
Yeah, this my favorite one. This is my baby. Let me go ahead and get this. When I tell you he mauled the mess out of her and took her whole front face off,
I can believe it,
bruh. Don't be playing with these things, bruh.
But I don't play with animals because they don't talk.
Don't be playing with these things.
I don't play with animals because they don't talk. You don't know what they're thinking. You don't know when they're gonna change on you
at all.
I mean, that's with dogs, cats, whatever. I told you. Bro, no,
domestic creatures,
no, bro. I got bit by my own dog, so trust me. Again,
I gotta ask questions now.
But again,
how you treated this puppy,
bro? No,
how you treated the baby?
It had nothing to do with me, bro. It was because my father. I think I already told the story on the show. My when I was a kid, you know, my dad had gave the dog some food and some bones. But the dog would leave the bones in the yard, so my dad told me to go pick up the bones out the yard, right, and clean them up. Well,
that was dangerous. You can't be doing that because they gonna view that as a certain type of way, and that
but that's what I'm saying. So again, I done played with the dog, whatever, right?
Yeah.
But that dog, when I did that, bro, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing what Dad told me to do. I got a cut on my arm right now to this day, right? When the dog bit into me, that's why I don't fool with animals. You see what I'm saying? I don't like them at all because again, that's supposed to be the house pet, our dog, right? But he bit me because of what Dad told me to go do. So I'm like, man, okay. I ain't messing with them damn dogs no more. You know what I'm saying? They lovable creatures. Yeah, they lovable creatures. And some dogs would never do it. Some cats, whatever, would never do it. But there are some cats and animals like that will do it if you step on their tail wrong or you hit them, whatever, right? You know what I'm saying? You may get it. And again, I'm not going to play with you.
I like it.
No, and again, to each his own when it comes to Rottweiler. Again, to each his own when it comes to that. But yeah, not me. I'm good.
I feel you. But
Rod Jones, appreciate the likes, man. Thank you.
With monkeys like this, nah, bro. You know,
thanks for joining.
Don't play with these. Don't play with these, bro. Even with the ones where they just be walking around all willy nilly in other countries, they will tell you, don't F with them.
Man, you don't play with animals. I don't think people should play with animals. Period. You know what I mean? At the end of the day,
yeah,
you can joke and play, but at some point you still have to be on your P's and Q's because you don't know what sound, what smell can trigger. We get triggered. So you think something that can't talk to you can't get triggered? And that animal itself, right, can get triggered and make a mistake because they're scared and come at you.
Stay safe. Now, that is all for the news for today.
All right. All right, y'all. Welcome into the Joe Lockett Show. We just finished with the entertainment news right here. It's 40 minutes after the hour. Y'all on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. Man, we got like 70, 80 some people on here on Facebook and TikTok. Appreciate it. Rod Jones is showing out on the likes, man. I appreciate you hitting that button. He killing it out there. Appreciate you, Big Rod. Number love, baby. What's going on to everybody out there? I saw Rachel. I saw Shamel. Robin was in the building. How you doing? I haven't seen Lady J yet. Go back and see some of these people. Young Laundry, you live. What's up, Sing Song? What's up, Chanel? What's up, George? What's up, Carol? What's up, Ghost? What's up, Missy? Yaya Kira Bama Sara. How you doing?
Chill out with that. I rebuke that. Don't be.
No, it's Yaya Keat.
Nah,
it's
don't be saying that.
Kariba
We
Masada.
don't call you Yaya, bro.
Okay.
No.
What's up, Trendy Mom? What's up, Sharon Lovely? What's up, D's in the building?
Say a name starts.
January Bell is hitting that like button. I appreciate you, baby. January Bell, appreciate you. Thank you. But appreciate that. All right, y'all. On the show today, let's get into it. If y'all out there, hit the like button. Let us know where you're chiming in from. We'll give you a shout out on the show. Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. Let's get it in. This is what I want to talk about on the show today is how do a woman, I think, what's the way I put it? How do a woman not know? Well, how do a man not know he got a good woman?
How do we not know that?
Yeah. Well, how do a man mess up a good thing with a good woman?
That's probably easier to answer.
Is it easy answer?
Yeah, because I don't know if he gotta really be denying stuff if he don't think the woman is a good woman if it applies to him. But messing up a good thing, taking it for granted. That's real easy.
Okay, so there's two things I want to put out there. That one I want to put out communication. Right.
The lie that everybody tells. What about communication?
Well, what I want to know is that in here. Let's get on my nerve. Women always say, this is I hear, right? They want us to communicate. Ladies, I'm asking y'all on TikTok and Facebook and YouTube, is that true? Y'all want communication? Is it true that, they want a man to communicate? When she supports him and have his back. Okay. Okay, so January, thanks, Miss Carter. I appreciate that. Okay. So what does communication look like? What does communication look like, y'all? Because what I found is communication is when she wants you to communicate with her about what you're doing.
What you mean?
Like the communication is when she can say something to you about what you're doing wrong, right? But when you're communicating to her about what you see wrong in her, I tend to see that it's more defense coming from that end. Right.
So communicating without consequences, something like that.
Yeah, because when it's easy for a woman to communicate this way towards me, right? Tell me what's going on, blah, 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 blah. But when I'm communicating, I'm talking to you and saying, I see this, that's communication too. Right?
Ms. Carter said communication is listening.
Yes, communication is listening. Okay, but when women say they want to communicate, what does that truly look like when you're saying you want to communicate with somebody? Right? When you say communication, is it that I'm always communicating with you or we're communicating with each other? Does that mean you're talking to me and I'm talking to you? Or you're waiting for me to talk to you? When you say communication, are you communicating your feelings to me and I can communicate my feelings to you? And you willing to listen? I'm asking, ladies, because I hear women say communication is key. But what I found out when women say communication is key as long as they're communicating to you. And you're responding to their communication. Because if I'm communicating with you and I'm saying, well, what about this and what about this? I'm no longer communicating. What am I doing now, nephew?
Telling her either what she need to do or you
I'm a problem. You see what I'm saying? I'm judging you now. If you don't like this, well, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Why are you feeling like this? I'm not going to be part. I'm not her. You're damaged goods. You got trauma.
Stop yelling at me.
No, but seriously, when you're talking to a female and you start telling her about some of the stuff that you see, right? They'll tell you you're bringing your baggage or your trauma to the relationship and you're pouring it on her, right? But when they're telling you about yourself and what you need to go fix, it's not trauma from their part that they bring it to you, but you need to fix that. So that's why I say, what is communication? You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
What is true communication in a relationship? Can we talk to each other, or do you just want to talk to me and I need to respond to what you're saying, yay or nay, or defend myself? Miss Carter, okay, Rod Jones. I'm asking y'all, what is communication? Because if I'm communicating with you, I should be able to talk to you about what I see without defense, right? I should be able to take whatever you're giving me, like, okay, I can see that. Okay, maybe I can work on that, or maybe or I'm not going to change this who I am, but I can have that communication with you, right? And if I'm talking to you, I'm like, okay, well, also while we're communicating, let me go say this is what I see, and without you saying anything about no, shut the hell up, no, let me communicate, let me communicate now what I see. No, I don't want to hear that. Let me communicate. But I've seen more of women get defensive of their end when they want you to capitulate, when they want a man to capitulate to what they're saying, because they're trying to change us for the better, because we're dealing with our trauma and we don't show our emotions. So I'm just asking, right? What does that look like? What is communication in a relationship? When you're dating, what is communication in a relationship? Ladies?
I like to think in the dating stage.
Alisa, how you doing?
Keeping tabs.
Shanky, how you doing?
Yeah, keeping tabs. Letting people know things that you either like or don't like about how the dating stage is going. Interest, making sure they align. Available time. You got to communicate your time. I'm actually doing that right now.
Communication come from learning to speak to your person in love. Marsha is in the building. Reggie Walden, how's it going? I agree with that, Robin.
Speak so strong on everything, bro.
Who?
Dog. Y'all older folks.
Effective communication comes with learning to speak.
Well, unless she's talking about the relationship part, then never.
Yeah, she says effective communication comes from learning to speak to your person in love, and that's what I think.
She's talking about her. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I agree with Robin 100% on this one here, right? Because there is a way you can say something to somebody without them feeling like they're being judged, right? And I totally agree with that, because I've seen where in stages where people are talking and you in relationships or talking with whatever, I've seen where women and men, right, you have a tendency to point out somebody's faults. And when you point out to a man or a woman that's grown as hell in their 40s and 50s, they're not going to take lightly to that. Right? A man ain't going to take he's going to shut down. A woman's going to shut down, right? So when we say effective communication, my point is, ladies, do you know how to effectively communicate? When men, do you know how to effectively communicate to your mate? I don't think we do, because most of us have never seen that shit in our lives of effective communication. Right? I don't think most of us in our life growing up have seen effective communication between two people in a lifetime. Let's be real about this. Share the video to hit the like button. What is effective communication? Because Robin, I think she said it best, and I love that, right? Talking to somebody, not pointing out their faults, but finding a way to talk to that person, no matter who he or she is, talking to them in a way where they see what you're saying without the attack. Ms. Carter said, you don't always have to receive what they say, but respect their opinion. Also, January Bell says it's a mutual flow of communication during good or bad times. Both must have the accountability. But here's the thing. How do you come to that common ground when you're just meeting somebody? How do you, because I know for me, if I don't know you, I'm probably one of the hardest persons to talk to, because I'm quick to say, I don't give a damn. Okay, this is what it is. And that shuts the other person out from me. Right? And I don't care if it shuts you out, because I don't know your ass. So honestly, I don't care where this part of our relationship go. We ain't together for real like that. So bam, if you say some shit that found offense to me, I'm coming out in attack mode. Like, okay, and
we the same but opposite. It's so weird. We the same but opposite. Because I'm like you. I don't care either, but I'm, if anything, probably too receptive. Like, folks can just talk to me. They go out their way to talk to me about stuff, only because they know I'm not. You know what I mean? I'm not so responsive like you when it comes to that. So they're able to get off with their chest, and then at the end, I get to see how they meant it or not. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like,
See, me, I'm very low tolerance when it comes to talking to somebody about that kind of craziness, because I know me, right?
or if it's hold on.
No.
With that being the case, you know you.
Yeah.
What if what they said was on the spot, but you just didn't want to hear it from them? That still don't give them the right to say it.
It gives them every right to say what they need to say. But here's the thing. This is when I say effective communication. Let's get into this, y'all. It's what, 51 minutes after the hour. Okay, so effective communication for me is, first and foremost, I have to earn Robin's respect. I have to earn Erica's respect. I have to earn Renee's respect before you can talk to me. You got to earn my respect, right? If I'm just getting to know you and we grown and we talking and I don't respect you first, meaning, yeah, I respect you as a person and as a woman, right? But I got to respect and trust you before you can judge me or give me advice. That's just me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because effective communication means, first and foremost, is you got to be able to talk to me like that, or even because and the first thing when someone is telling me something, you don't know me like that. To be even speaking to me, you haven't known me long enough to even, you know what I'm saying, have an opinion about what you see. Back, you know, honestly, what I said in my mind, back the fuck up.
I take it that way because I get it. Because I identify with the feeling on it.
Yeah.
But if they spot on what it is,
don't matter for me. If you spot on and you don't know me, right? You ain't got a right to say that to me. I'm not going to allow you to say that to me because I don't know you like that. Just like I may see something about you and I could be spot on, but it is not my place to try to put you in your place or try to pinpoint something until I get your trust about something. And then for me, this is the way
I take those two things different though.
Okay, let me finish and I'm let you go. So
Go
for me is, even if I see someone I'm dating, just say who a sweet mama, I'm dating this sweet mama here, right? And I met her for the first time and we talking, I see something and I'm spot on. It's gonna take me a minute before I can actually say something to her. And then before I say something to her about what I see, I'm gonna ask her, is it okay if I say this to you? Or I'll wait till the moment comes and I'm like, okay, so since we're here, there's something that I've been observing. Is it okay if I say this to you? You can take it or leave it, but are you okay with me saying it? You see what I'm saying? I ask her permission. That means I get her respect. But if I come out and just start to saying what I say, and I call that communication, I call that bullshit. That's not communication. You see what I'm saying? Communication is understanding the person in front of you and honoring who they are and what they may have or not been through, because you don't know. Right? Just because you know what you see don't mean you know that person, how they're going to receive it. Effective communication is knowing how to communicate effectively. And a lot of people, men and women, me included, we don't know how to fucking communicate effectively. We talk, we say shit, and we be absolutely right, but the person on the other side is receiving that shit really, really bad. Because their guard is already up and they're going to go into attack mode, whether you're a man, whether you're a woman. So when you say effective communication, men can't communicate, women can communicate. Well, listen, maybe the person that's doing the communication first, the way you're communicating it is bullshit. The way you're coming across is already throwing up red flags. The person going to come out in attack mode on your ass. And you all I did was say, well, this, well, you came at me wrong, baby. Well, how you want me to come to you? Well, you should have pumped your brakes and asked. I'm grown. You're not going to sit here and tell me what the fuck you want to tell me, and you don't know me like that. Yo, you ain't D. You ain't Robin in my life. You don't get to talk to me like that. You know what I'm saying? People who know me, you can come at me. But if you don't fucking know me, bro, you can't come at me. I promise you would get chopped the hell down and get blocked. Now, again, ask me, do I care about that? The answer would be no, and that's bad. But effective communication, right? And I need to get better at not, counseling Christmas, what I call it, right? I counsel Christmas on a person quickly. But it takes time for a person to get to know me. And I don't give people time to get to know me because I feel like when you meet me, you don't know me. So you should pump your brakes at 50 or 40, 50 years old. You need to pump your damn brakes and get to know me first before you start to try to point things out. Know how to point something out to me. Just like me, I had to learn. I can't be rude and obnoxious the way I am with my friends. When I'm talking to somebody, because I know that I'm blatantly blunt, is it okay for me to say this to you. It's not going to sound good, right? And if you don't want to hear it, I understand. If at some point you want me to give my opinion on it, let me know. But it's not going to come across it. The way I say it's probably not going to be good for you to hear. Now, you know what I'm saying? That to me is effective communication. You're asking them, is it okay to say it the way you say it, right? And then you don't say, well, this no. Okay, so this is what I'm saying, right? I know it may not sound good. And yes, am I babying you? Yes. Am I sucking up to you? Yes. But because I don't know you, that's what effective communication is. I need to kiss your ass to judge you. And if you feel you don't need to kiss my ass or I don't need to kiss your ass to give some advice to somebody you don't know, you got me fucked up. You see what I'm saying? Because if you come at me a certain way and I don't know you and we just start talking, guess what? You gonna get it. I promise you gonna get it. Because I'm gonna feel some kind of way. Anybody who's talking to a man or a woman and they say something to you derogatory or negative, right? You gonna feel some kind of way. Because who is this to say this to me? We ain't even that deep yet. And what? Right? And a person like me, like I said, I don't hold that shit in. My facial expression, and like I always said, what you say to me? Right? Because again, I didn't put you in position to get you talk to me like that. So effective communication, in my humble opinion, is can you communicate effectively to the person that you're talking to? So don't mistake it. And you tell me what you think on this one. I'll let you cook. Don't misunderstand you telling me something because you told me, and a lot of men and women do this, as effective for communication, because that's bullshit.
Wait, what?
Don't think when you say you communicate with somebody effectively, just because you told me something, right, that you communicated effectively with me. Because the way you told me was not effective. So in retrospect, you did not communicate effectively to me. That makes sense?
No.
Okay, so if I talk...
So they told you I communicate effectively, and then when they communicated with you, it wasn't effective?
You just communicated, but it was not effective.
Okay.
So you communicated to me the way you wanted to, but it was not effective to me. Like I said, if I don't know a person, if you don't know me, we need to be, do I need to treat somebody with kid gloves if I don't know you? Yes. Every single time. And people say, well, if they can't handle it, what I need to say, fuck them. Okay, but that's what they're going to be 9 times out of 10. Because I have to give you, and y'all tell me, am I wrong? A person have to give you that authority to speak to them and judge them in a certain kind of way. And if a person haven't given you that, why in the hell you think you got the authority to say some crazy shit to me or to judge me? Because we're trying to get to know each other and you're trying to, catch any red flag that you can so you can get back, so you can move on with your life or see where you want to be with me. No, talk to me like you got some sense. Just because you're talking doesn't mean you're communicating. That part. Listen and ask questions. Yes. Your thoughts, nephew?
The thing went out.
So for me, at the end of the day, this is for men and women. This ain't just towards women, y'all. Men, we got to learn how to receive better, right? That's true. I have to learn how to receive better. I'm fucked up when it comes to receiving information. I am quick to disappear. I'm quick to get quiet. I'm quick to not say a damn thing, delete and block. That's me because I don't like confrontation, right? And that's not good. I don't like being told what to do. I don't like people asking me dumbass when it comes to me personally. Only people who are close to me, and I'm being very real, you can have the right information about me and you can see it all day. But you don't have the right to tell me that because I didn't give you that permission, right? My friends, my family that's in my circle, you have every right to communicate that to me in any way, shape, form, or fashion. But if I don't know you, you can say it all day long, but I'm not fucking listening because I don't respect you like that. Earn my respect, then I'll listen. Is that messed up? Probably so. That's just the way I'm built, though.
Alrighty.
Hey, HR, babe.
I disagree to a point.
Okay, go ahead.
I understand the feeling and stuff because that's natural. Anybody coming up to point out my faults or anything like that, I'm
Mhm.
gonna feel a way about it, whether I know you or I don't.
Right.
We're gonna go back to the obvious. It's
Thank you for the
how you
likes.
say it versus what you say. Like
Right.
that's obvious. Where I guess for me, where I draw my line is if it applies or not. I'm more offended if you going out of your way on the gamble to say something that's wrong
Mhm.
than it is when you're speaking facts. Because
Okay.
again, I know myself too.
Okay.
And with me knowing, at least for me, and it's just Cliff,
I got you.
I'm the type of person that does a lot of self-identification, a lot.
Mhm.
I know my faults clear as day.
Mhm.
And I know even for the stuff I don't feel I'm wrong on,
Mhm.
I take the time to think of different perspectives from other ends. With yesterday being the example with me and Miss Denise.
Mhm.
I didn't feel I was so wrong, but then I had to take a step back and see from her perspective.
Right.
And then when she laid it to me, I had to swallow that because again, not only did I prep myself for it, she was right because that was from her end,
Mhm.
how she took it.
Right.
You feel me?
But she was family and you got a relationship with her.
But for me, I don't take that so far like you do.
But I'm gonna ask you though, if it was somebody
I had to suck it up.
I'm saying, but somebody you did not know and you just met,
I would suck it up.
and they were sitting here telling you what they said yesterday. And
Again, but that's why I was going.
Would you been okay with
That's
that?
why I was going earlier. If they're absolutely right, yes, I would suck it up.
Mm.
My biggest problem is if you go out of your gamble thinking you are.
Okay, so let me say this. Can let me jump in right here. If I hurt your feelings, I take accountability, and I'll listen.
Everybody hurt my feelings.
No, but I'm saying, I will listen to you if I came at you negative or whatever. I would suck that up.
Okay.
Mine is when you coming at me, I ain't sucking that shit up. When you talking to me about even
But if
if
they
you
coming at you, they can still have their feelings hurt. It's just not they expressing it.
you finna get your feelings hurt. But go ahead.
But that's what I'm saying. On the feeling side, my feelings get hurt. Their feelings get hurt. Who cares? That's everybody feeling hurt. If you going, if you got to take the chance to explain it, everybody feelings hurt to a degree. It's whether or not you right or not. To me, the right point is where I'll either go on your end and I'm snapping back, or I'm taking it and I'm sucking it up. And that's where I lie when the communication is put to me. And that's why I was going when you was like pointing out versus the ridicule.
Gotcha.
The ridicule, I take a different way. The ridicule is you going out of your way, not just because you're right, but it's an opportunity. And I can read in between you just being right and it being an opportunity. I'm going to be offended because you took the chance. You feel me?
Okay.
But when it's actually right and it applies, I don't feel my overreaction to how I'm feeling in the moment will be justified. I guess it's how I got trained.
I guess for me is when you say overreact, I don't feel I'm overreacting, right? Because when I see
no, I'm not saying you are.
No. But I'm saying when you say with that, right? Is
well,
like
when I'm speaking with overreacting, I know where I can take it, and I'm willing to go. Like how you said you don't like confrontation at all. I love it. I go there, but I also know what I'm doing when I'm going there. You got to live with how far you're going to take it to.
I'm only going there with family and friends that I love.
Who.
I'm not comfortable.
And that's why I said me and you are the same and we differ.
Yeah.
I don't care who.
Yeah, see, I don't have confrontation with people I don't give a damn about. Man, because it's a waste of my time. Now, if it's you, we gonna fight. We gonna cry. We gonna get mad. You're gonna knock me out. I'm gonna hit you up, but we gonna be okay.
But that's how I rationalize it too.
Yeah.
I also have to think about who I'm going there with.
Very true, Marsha.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Like I would go there with my mom and my daddy, but again, that's my mom and my daddy. So how you going with it with them? Why you ain't backing down and you'll live with it? You're not going to be malicious and disrespectful with it.
No.
With folks I don't care about, I'm with you all day. Shoot, you making time for me? Let's make the time and let's spend it. You feel me? But that's what I'm saying. I don't run away from the confrontation. So if it's going to get confrontational, just let me know that's what we're doing. Yeah. But I do rationalize when I need to be it or not, or if it's necessary. That's why my main thing would be, all right, do you want me to care or do you not? Because me putting a little bit of my care into it might be a problem. Me not is where we end the conversation.
See, and I agree with you there. And to each his own when it comes to it. I just think effective communication is knowing the person in front of you
And who you speaking to?
and who you're speaking to, right? You got to know your audience, right? And I'm saying this for, again, to men and to women, right? Effective communication is just not talking, right? Effective communication is knowing how to talk to a person,
Yeah.
right? And I think most of us don't know how to do that shit.
Most of us don't try to,
We don't.
to figure that
You know what
out.
I'm saying? Because
You just thinking, oh, I spoke with a lot of people already in my back of my head like this, so it must be acceptable. No,
it's not.
You need to figure out the identify with the person and see how you move. Like my cousin,
Mhm.
if you don't know no better, you would think he's antisocial, but he's really not. He just how his demeanor is. He's not sure of everybody, and unless he's sure with you, he's not gonna be so forthcoming with you.
Exactly. That
So
part.
in different ways, you got to find your pockets on how you really
How you move with
communicate
somebody.
him.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
It's not that he's gonna come hostile. He's just not gonna come friendly or welcoming.
Yeah.
So in knowing that, that's how you move with him.
Mhm.
He's still gonna treat you just like how you would with anybody that you love. He's the exact same way.
Yeah.
But demeanor wise, but that come with learning the person and identifying how they move and communicate. Folks ain't really willing to do the time. In the dating world, you got to be able to do that. But honestly, it ain't that hard as you making it be.
Well, I make it hard because this is my thing. I am too quick to tell somebody I don't give a damn.
Wait,
Yeah.
before that point,
Go ahead.
before that point, because at that point, you already crossed the line.
Mhm.
If you got a voice, I don't give a damn.
Right.
You already passed the line.
Mhm.
I'm saying in order to have an identity onto who you speaking to,
Right.
I don't think that point is so hard that folks make it be. Like if I'm just not meeting Joe or how I meted you when we first met,
Mhm.
I could get from how you stood or how you sit down in the chair, the mood or the surrounding,
demeanor.
the vibe, the demeanor,
Yeah.
and then how you responded when we said, "Hey,"
Mhm.
the introduction.
Was cold.
So I knew, alrighty, it's gonna be eggshells. Is it gonna go there? I'm asking for something, so I gotta get my position right.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
And then you address not just to the situation, but the positioning, bro.
Yeah.
These are things you can do to socialize better.
Yeah.
But if you're just going about it, and I was just going all willy-nilly like I already knew you, we wouldn't even be here.
Oh, hell no.
So, like, it's how you approach folks. It ain't even just a relationship thing. But if you know you're coming in as the person that is interested and not the person of interest, check how you come at somebody.
That part. And this is what I had to learn, man, when it comes to effective communication, right? And me, this is talking about Joe Lockett, right? Know your place, dude. Know your place. Humble yourself. You see what I'm saying? Just because you're Joe Lockett out here, you ain't Joe Lockett to this person, right? You're a motherfucker trying to talk to her and trying to get her attention and try to get her to like you. So
Exactly.
you got to humble yourself. But on the opposite side of that, okay?
Don't get it twisted because my interest that
Bruh, like I said, wait a minute, pump your brakes. Humble yourself when you talk to me too. You see what I'm saying? We got to both humble ourselves to have effective communication and build that respect.
And to piggyback on that, I think
Yeah.
too many folks, when you realize that you the prize, take too much advantage of when it gets to you.
Mhm.
And that's how I'm used to you not knowing so much that you a prize.
Right.
That's how I can identify that. If you take the opportunity when you are the prize position to get your shit off,
Uh-huh.
I know you're not used to being a prize often, so you got little self-esteem. You got a small degree on how you feel because once you get into a small pond, you think you're the big fish.
I hate being a big fish in a small pond. I want to be a big fish in a big pond with the big dogs.
Yeah.
When I walk in the room with the big dogs, I want them to know my name. I don't want people if there are a few people in the room, everybody know my name.
And the other day when we was talking about like women that you're interested in, what attracts you, the mentality part with that. I interacted with a few girls. Yo, man, you really think you the hot stuff? But I got better time with somebody that I know look better than you.
Right.
But they was humble about it.
Yeah.
And it made them look even better.
That part.
You feel me? And
Yeah.
now they blinding versus you looking nice for the night in the right light. You
Yeah.
feel me?
That part.
Like and now you feeling yourself and you thinking you supposed to get a certain thing from me and you talking a way that you think you supposed to get. When I'm really just showing you bare minimum respect.
Right. If you guys just locking into the Joe Lockett Show right now, if you guys locking in, please hit the like button. If you like the show, go ahead and hit the follow button and follow us on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, where you're following us at. All right, we're talking about effective communication. Effective communication is just not talking. It's about if speaking effectively to the person and knowing your audience and humbling yourself, whether you're a man or whether you're a woman. And I'm talking about my faults as effective communication. I am a communicator, but I don't always effectively do it. Right. And I will admit that here. Right. I talk. I can say, I tell you what the hell is on my mind all day long. Right. But that don't mean I'm being effective. Only person sometimes I'm being effective to is my own sound of my voice. You know what I'm saying? Because it sounds good coming out my mouth. And when I'm saying it with passion, it's the shit. Right. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I done said what I need to say to her. And I don't give a damn how she feel about it. And probably she don't. You know what I'm saying? Probably she don't. You just turn my stomach and yeah, I'm not calling you back. I'm blocking your ass, right?
Yeah.
And I have to learn how to fine tune my bullshit because sometimes, hey, Mary, thank you so much. Thank you. Sometimes, you know, this is a problem that I had to realize with myself. I like to hear myself talk sometimes. Because it be sounding so good. You know what I mean? I be saying the shit that be sound so right? And when I get passionate about it, and I can put that dramatic pop in there, you know what I'm saying? You make it, you know what I'm saying? And cause I'm a communicator. But just because I'm a communicator, I mean I'm effective to the audience that's in front of me, right? And so I probably lost some good people in my life, some good friends, and probably a good woman in my life because I did not communicate effectively where it was to the target audience that was in front of me. It was to an audience of one, me. And that's what I think a lot of people, men and women, do, right? You said it. You went and told your friends, your uncle, your cousin, what you said. And they said, girl, you told him you right. And if he don't respond to that right, you know what I'm saying? Is something wrong with him? No, it was somewhere in your delivery to the audience that was in front of you. The audience that heard it was an audience of one, was you. But a lot of people is like me. I don't give a damn. I said what I said. It's going to be what it's going to be. And if you don't like it, you don't value me, damn you. Okay. Well, damn me. Right. And that person moves on. I challenge everybody to listen to the show today. Right. Look in the mirror. And when you say you're a communication, you like communication. Do you like to really truly communicate?
I'm bad on the other end.
Okay, go ahead.
I suck at communicating when things is wrong.
Really?
I am terrible at communicating when things is wrong. Because for me, it's either all in or none. So when things are wrong,
exactly, Ms. Carter.
if I'm ashamed of it, I suck it up. I'll be willing to lose out then to let you know. And if it get wrong enough to where it's antagonizing me, or if it's, you know what I mean, kind of hurting me or getting me angry, I blow up. And now I'm bringing up all the stuff I didn't speak on before it got that bad.
And see that part right there, bro.
And that's where I'm.
Can we go there too when it comes to communication? Right.
Go for it.
So you said something very important, y'all. I know a lot of people can relate to this. Like if you're in a relationship or you're with somebody you're getting to know, and everything comes out when you blow up on, but some shit you never said before.
Yeah.
Right. How do we stop that bullshit? Because here's the thing. For me, if you didn't say nothing about it, those 2 to 3 months prior to, and you bring it out at that moment, I am holding that against you. Because you waited for the moment, right, to spew your vitriol towards me. It wasn't okay for you. Right? Because now you got the opportunity to say what you need to say to me. You was waiting for it, right? So this is a position you've been in before. Hold on now, because think about it. This is a position that you've been in before. Because somebody used it against you. So you knew this time when you get in a position that when it comes up this time from this man or this woman, you're going to be ready for it. You're not ready to be in a relationship, and you're not ready to effectively communicate because you didn't got all off topic.
You're right. You're not ready. But I can't speak for other folks.
Uh-huh.
Because some folks are petty with it and they'll use that for a ploy. Because again, a lot of folks see opportunity.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. But let me ask you the question before you go any further. Keep your thought. When you're in that moment and you started bringing up other shit, right? And we're just getting to know each other.
No, you ain't healed.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But that's what happens, right? They start bringing up stuff that also happened on top of that.
And that ain't had nothing to do with me.
They have nothing to do with the topic that we're communicating about, right?
Yeah.
And this, and this. That person that's doing that shit, bro, they're not ready to be in a relationship because that shit bothered them and they held it till it was the right time to bring it out at you. And you're always gonna have a problem with him or her.
And that wound's still fresh.
Yes.
They ain't trying to.
They ain't trying to be with you.
They ain't trying to heal it.
They ain't trying to be with you, bro.
They festering it.
But go ahead, cook.
No, you're right on that part.
Yeah.
You still early in, and they seem to have so much to say about one situation. Nah, bro, you got some other stuff going on.
Right.
But for the one that you've been with, and that yes, they blew up at the end after they collected shit.
Mm-hmm.
For me, when I did that, shout out to my first ex. She let me know that.
Okay.
And I worked through it a little bit with her. Like I said, it was terrible how we worked through it. But after the fact, I was like, oh, you might be right.
Right.
But yeah, man. So what happened with me was I took it to the chin and I was like, all right, bet. It's things happen. Then we moved on, happened again. I was like, well, second time sometimes it's a charm.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe third. You feel me? Once it got to like 6 or 5,
mm-hmm.
Now I already started thinking that you was playing with me, but now you're getting over on me.
Okay.
And I don't like to be taken advantage of.
Okay.
But what I always do is take a mental note of anything I care about.
Okay.
Anything I care about, I take a mental note. And if things blow over to where, again, I'm starting to feel antagonized.
Right.
All of whatever happened
Mm-hmm.
with our situation that built it up to this point
Mm-hmm.
is still very fresh on my mind. So now I'm vocal about it all. And it's rushing out. I'm not using it as ammo as it is.
But you
it's
are
coming out as a bomb.
But you are using it as ammo.
I mean,
no, but you are.
But I was using it as a bomb.
Yes.
And I like I said, I ain't saying that to say it was right.
No. But I'm saying we all do that though. I've been in that situation. And when you feel attacked, and because I didn't say nothing about the bullshit that you got away with, right?
Yeah.
Now I'm finna light your ass up with the bullshit that you did to me too. I'm finna show you that you've been on some bullshit too. That's human nature. But that's why I say we don't effectively communicate, because Robin said something here that was very important. When she tells me something, right, and we over it, let it go. If you love that person and you can't let it go with the cake, or you can't let it go with a Robin, can't let it go with a Miss Terry, you got to be able to let that shit go. You know what I'm saying? Meaning you can't bring that shit up later.
Yeah, I had,
and that was something that's something I've had
that irritated the hell.
So again, right? If you love somebody enough, right? Whatever they did, and this is the toughest thing, and I don't know if I got it all resolved yet either. At the age of 54, you got to forgive and forget, bro. Honestly, when you love somebody, right? And y'all had that conversation, y'all done hugged and kissed and smashed and did everything. You got to forgive and forget and let that shit go. Even if it comes back up when you mad at her again or you mad at him again, you got to let that shit go, because you would never get over that. And once you bring that shit back up to that person, they gonna still feel some kind of way, because now you done lied to them about we good, because we wasn't. That's everybody got to work on that. That is the toughest thing, not to bring up the shit that y'all done forgave each other for. So when I tell people you got to forgive, damn all that, you got to forgive and forget. If you love that person, I don't care if it's on your mind, don't say what's on your mind, because you love them enough not to say it. And that takes maturity, that takes patience, that takes prayer. You're not going to get that shit right. And if I'm talking to you, I have to tell you, I'm probably going to mess up a few times. Can you bear with me on that? And we got to have safety measures in place. Like, baby, let's not do that. Right? For both of us. Because that's not bro, we're all geared And I don't know, we may be even engineered to do that shit. Right? When we feel attacked and we ain't got no defense, we coming out firing, right? And we bringing up old shit. And I ask God to help me get better at that, because I am a person that's foul at the mouth and can chop your ass up quick, fast, and in a hurry and turn a situation to be what I want it to be. Because I'm a wordsmith, just like another woman can be a wordsmith with me. And we going back and forth, and we ain't getting no goddamn well. She making her points, I'm making my points. She making her points, I'm making my points. And we ain't getting no damn well. It's never getting resolved. And I don't want to do that no more, bro. I don't want to do that. Now, if I'm laughing and joking with you, I'm having fun, right? And I like seeing, I like, if I love you, if I care about you, I like getting you agitated. You know that, right? I agitate the fuck out you, right? Because I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? It's just fun.
Made no sense.
But you know, I'm an agitator. I do. I would agitate. If I love you and I'm laughing with you, I love to get a rouse out of you because I know you get mad and I'm not.
I pray for your girl.
Huh?
I pray for your girl.
Hey, man, Cake is on here. I want to do a favor for Cake, man. I bought her book. This is Cake's book. You guys can go get it on Amazon.
Cake.
Hey, Cake. We appreciate you. It came. I need to read it.
One camera, so
okay. Is it up there? Can they see it?
Yeah. Okay.
All right. This is Cake's book, y'all. So y'all can make sure y'all go out there and get it on Amazon. Men don't always let go, Rod. No, we don't. No, we don't, bro. You know, I would love to agree with you, big dog, RJ, but no, we don't.
No, men do what I do.
You know, we
pass on with it and it build up.
Yeah, we may not do it as often.
And depending on the dude,
yeah,
he might be saving for a big one.
Yeah,
or he being petty.
Yeah. You know, we wait for that big moment, right? We're not going to bring it up every time. We may bring that shit about 6 months later or a year later. But if you keep on, you know what I'm saying?
Because well, again, I'm just speaking for me.
The doctor is I.
Yeah, when I did it, I was like, man, I don't feel like doing it today.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, it's whatever, bro. Just stop talking. You feel me?
But you know, let me ask you this, man.
It was when I was in the corner and I couldn't go nowhere.
That part. Because
like
I
was
said,
like,
bro, and that's why I said I can't be in a relationship with a woman. And it's tough for a woman, and I have to make sure I'm aware of this too. I don't have to always be right. I don't need to always have the last word. I don't need to overtalk her while she's talking to me. These are all things that I'm working on for real, for real. This is all called effective communication, right?
But she be talking so long.
But it does. But here's the thing. If I'm in love with you, bro, right? You got to let her cook and land. And she got to let you do the same. Because if you never let her cook, right? Guess what happens to a relationship? She feels unheard. She feels unheard, and there's another man's going to hear her. Or he feels unheard, and there's a woman going to hear him. And that's not a long conversation for them. And if the person that you're talking to, if that's the person that you say you love, and they're talking too much or they're talking too long, then guess what, nephew? You've lost respect for them.
Word.
Because that girl that you were trying to get to, and she was talking to you that long, I'm just being real, dog. You're not, it ain't she can talk as long as you want to. You cool with it.
Word.
But that one that you done heard that story over and over again, it's like, man, when you gonna be quiet? When she gonna end this shit, right?
My bad, fam. I lost respect for you.
Yeah. But bro, that's what I'm saying. You can't, and I don't have.
She gonna watch this and get into me.
But I'm saying I don't have this down pat. But I do understand effective communication, right? Because people say you need to be able to communicate. No, I think we all need to change that word, and we need to effectively communicate with one another. It's not a one-way street. It's not cutting each other off. It's about knowing your audience, knowing how to listen, and understanding, like I said, humble yourself when you're talking to her. Humble yourself when you're talking to him. And if you don't feel that you can do that for that person, you need to work on yourself. I had to work on me, y'all. I had to work on me to effectively communicate with people in front of me. And I still don't have it all worked out, right? But I still have to recognize who my audience is. January says, you've got to move on from those things because it makes you harbor anger. But again, when you like that person or you got some time built up into that person, right? It's the habits that you get yourself into, right, with this person. And you get into a habitual routine with this person. And you got to be very aware of what kind of routines you're getting in with the person that you're talking to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got into a routine where, because believe it or not, I wasn't a talkative person for real. So what I did when we got into that routine of being on the phone every day, I'm gonna tell you right now,
that's the worst thing to do, bro.
I don't like being on the phone every day.
Yeah.
I don't mind being on the phone or speaking through text and stuff like that. Don't do that to me every day. Even I have my limits because I respond fast. You feel me?
Yeah.
But don't do that. So, in me doing that, I got annoyed with how we spoke. That was the annoying part because we would end up doing and saying the same things that usually just happen throughout the day.
Right.
It's natural, but I kept hearing it. And like I tell everybody I care about, I hate repeating. So getting into the same damn habit gets annoying for me.
Me too.
I gotta shake it up.
Yeah.
After a while, or throw a different element into it so I can kill the monotony. But I can't just go into that base set routine every freaking day. That will destroy my mood.
And here's the thing. A woman needs to understand that about you and understand that you.
Yeah, I gotta vocalize that.
But you're being consistent. But being consistent may not be the way you want me to be consistent. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because I think some people look at you being consistent, like if you stop doing it this here and you only do it sometime this way. Well, you're being consistent in the way that you are able to communicate because it's better for you. Because I'm like that too. Like I always said, you know, that everyday texting thing is not my thing, but if that's what she want me to do, I'll do it. But is my emotions gonna be into it every time I send that text? The answer would be no.
And that's where it was when we be on the phone. I'm literally in my decompressed state because I did this out of habit.
But thank you. but listen, when you express that and communicate that with a woman, she said, "Well, I don't want to be with you." So she'd rather hear from a man to say, "I don't mind doing this," and he lying. Somebody, I'm not gonna say every man, but a lot of men are lying when they say they got your ass on a scheduled program, right? And they got this text being sent to you, but because they want to be with you, they're gonna say, "I don't have a problem with doing it." Now, I'm not saying every man is like me and you, but I'm saying a lot of men, right?
Some dudes enjoy it.
Yeah. If you're in love with this person, bro, you love communicating with her. You love getting the morning. You love sending her that morning text. That's the first thing on your mind.
But to that point, it don't feel like routine.
It
feel like genuine, in the moment expression. You feel me? It don't feel routine when you're in that mode. I think when it starts getting that routine feeling, because you start to feel it before it get bad. When it start getting that routine feeling, you gotta speak up. You gotta say, can we? You feel me? You gotta introduce a different element. But it's hard for us because once we do that, now they're thinking we trying to cut off a certain part.
Right.
When that's not true.
And again, that's when it comes to what is effective communication and what is consistency for you and what is consistency for her. Because y'all may be doing the consistency what's best for her and it's not best for you, right? And if it's not best for you, guess what happens? You get bored, right? And so you're not into this relationship as much as she is because she's getting what you want, but you're not getting a damn thing that you want out of this. You're just going through the motions to get to another, to get to the next, to get to second stage.
So you unsatisfied while she feel unpleased.
Yeah. And so I think when you are in the dating phases, you need to understand body language. You need to understand the tone. You need to understand the room that you're in. And I tell people, and I tell men and women this, ladies, yes, you're the prize, but it's not all about you. Men, yes, you are the prize, but it's not all about you. If you're dating, it's about both of y'all. Should the man chase the woman? All day long. The woman should never have to chase the man. I would say what a woman needs to do, if a man is chasing, she shows her appreciation in small gestures, and it has nothing to do with sex.
Question.
Sure.
And while we at it, TikTok, make sure you go and follow the show on YouTube at the we changed it already?
No, we haven't.
Okay. At the Joe Lockett Show on YouTube. Make sure you go and follow us over there.
Very true, Robin.
I'll shoot the tag over there in a minute. But what is it? Miss Carter confusing me.
What I really hate is when that part.
Yeah. What I really hate is when the person texts me good morning and knowing that I'm up most of the time.
I guess because she's up throughout the night and she's already told them, but they don't text her till in the morning.
Damn, it still can be a good morning.
But again,
just because you went to sleep that night don't mean the morning wasn't good, baby.
I think you have to communicate what you like and don't like from the start effectively. Okay, so here's the thing. Like I said, when we're talking about effective communication, right? I hear women, right, say, I'm gonna tell you how I like to be treated. Okay, cool. Right?
Well,
I'm gonna tell you how I like to be treated. Okay, I got it, right? Then you tell her this is how I like to be treated.
No.
No, but listen,
you trying to tell her what to do.
But no, seriously, when a woman say, because you're the man, right? A woman will say, because you're the man, this is what I expect from a man, because a man should do blah, 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 blah. Okay, I got it. I ain't got a problem with that. But this is how I like to be treated also. And some women give you pushback because at the end of the day, they were like, well, I'm the woman, you do the chasing, and I decide if I want to, whatever, right?
Uh-huh.
And so I think a lot of time, again, effective communication. You telling me how you like to be treated don't mean that I'm going to do all those things you want me to do up front. You would get that from me eventually once I see that I really like you. But some guys, when he get the playbook, he do the playbook that she says, but he don't wind up being that guy. You see what I'm saying? So again, when it comes to effective communication, just because you told me something or I told you something, that don't mean that person going to do that. And this is not being stubborn, it's not being an asshole, but your effective communication is a one-man band, Joe Lockett. When you tell a woman what you ain't gonna do or what you gonna do, right? That ain't got a damn thing to do with her. You just laid out a rule and reg and drew a line in the sand, and you didn't probably either let her, she's probably gonna cross it, or she's gonna back the hell off Joe. Period. And if you okay with that, Joe, cool. But real talk, bro, you ain't effective communicating with her. Effective communicating is, when she said, okay, what are some of the things you like? Well, once we get to know each other, these are the things that I look for in a relationship. To that, again, am I sucking up? Yes, but it's effective communication. Because when somebody tells me this is what I expect, you know what I hear, nephew? You didn't get that from the last person.
So they compensate.
No, they're making sure that you're going to do what the other person didn't do. Because they're not going to put up with that bullshit no more. Right? So you're dealing with now what their wall is, or you have to do for them, or else you don't get in. I'm not going to get in. Because again, I can meet your expectations when I see I want to meet your expectations. Just like you should meet my expectations when you see you want to meet my expectations. Do that make sense? Do that make sense, artists, what I'm saying out here? Share this video out here. Does it make sense? Just because you put it out there, that don't mean, because I say this is what I want, that don't mean you need to meet you're going to meet my expectations right away. And that don't mean I'm going to meet your expectations right away. Yeah, there's a person out there that's going to meet your expectations right away. And that may or may not work for you, but that ain't going to work for me. We say effective communication, right? Effective communication is getting to know each other, me respecting you, me opening the doors, me leading, but I'm not going to give you all of what you think you're going to get because you expect that you're supposed to get that, because that's what I'm supposed to do as a man. I'm going to do the things I'm supposed to do as a man when I feel is the right time, and I feel that this is where I want to go with you, then I'm going to do it. You got some guys that are going to go through that playbook right away, and some women take that as, oh, he's the one. And men do that too. Some women do shit right away. Oh, she's the one.
You going to put it nice. Yeah, no. Some of y'all don't deserve it that fast. Like, don't get so triggered because you heard deserve, because, oh, I deserve anything. All right, cool. You can feel like that. But do you deserve that output from the person that you're in front of? There's a different level of respect that garner. There's a different level of care that garners.
Exactly.
You're not just going to get that just because of who you think you are.
I
can easily not care.
Yeah.
I can easily not value you the same way. And then honestly, if you're moving like that and now you're feeling offended about how somebody is doing you, you got to reevaluate how much you view yourself. I mean, if we being honest, if this is a pattern,
right.
like I keep it front because I know with me how I treat every girl. All women don't deserve that same type of treatment I have for my specials. That's why they're special to me.
Yeah.
You feel me? Just like I'm not going to get the same treatment from the girl I'm trying to get from off the bat. I have to garner that type of the respect and that type of care.
Exactly.
From there, she showed me I deserved it.
Right.
You feel me? Like a lot of folks get these trigger words where I deserve this and settling here and yada yada yada. When you gotta really apply this to how it makes sense.
I tell men, this is what I tell my friends, and when I'm talking to women, right? You deserve what you give, right? Are you a queen and a king all day long? Ain't nobody taking that shit from you. Are you a prize all day long? But
definitely
just because you heard yourself to the highest standard, but just because you consider you to be the prize, whether you're the man or whether you're the woman, that other person have to accept you as being that. And that takes time. When I first see you or I'm first with you, yes, you are a prize, but you're a good-looking person. You're not the prize person in my life. Do that make sense?
My uncle, shout out my uncle. And I gotta ask you about Benjamin's Day because he a bitch.
Okay.
He was like, a lot of folks say they the prize, nephew. But the arcade take a lot of dust with these stuffed animals. The arcade got it, but it's true.
Yeah.
You know how many of them stuff out they give them out for free when they shut down the arcade.
Yeah,
because nobody wanted it.
Yeah.
But they ain't take away from it being a prize, so you had to earn it.
And I want every man and woman to understand what I'm saying here. I'm not denigrating who you are. Yes, you are a prize. And some people say, well, if you don't treat me like a prize, I'm not going to be with you. Okay, that's fine. But again, being a prize has to be a person wants to play the game long enough to get that prize. Do that make sense, nephew? Like you said with the arcade game. If you the prize, right? And I spent $20 already, I'm gonna walk away from it, right? But if I see you truly being that prize, I may spend $200 or $300 to get that prize because you are that prize. But I see over time that you're the prize that I want to get.
And you know what's crazy? I probably didn't fail multiple times at the same spot.
Yeah,
just because I wanted you.
Because that part, right? So effective communication is not just looking in Joe Lockett's mirror and saying, I'm the shit, right? I have to present myself, humble myself, right? Respect myself, and read the audience in front of me, right? Not being too vulnerable, of course, but being open enough to allow a person to get the shadow of what this is, and we can make a judgment from there and not take anything too serious from him or her up front, because we're getting to know each other, right? And if I see certain patterns, then we can have maybe in 30 days, 60 days, when we, say, hey, you know something? We've been talking for this long. Is it cool at some point we sit down and have a conversation and kind of see where we are, right? And it's not for to be girlfriend and boyfriend, but if we're speaking a lot, is it worth our time to continue to have these kind of communications? Or how can I communicate with you better? You know what I'm saying? But you're humbling yourself enough to have that conversation with that person, and you're not waiting for him or her to fuck up. You see what I'm saying? You're not waiting for them to make a mistake and then you can lay all this shit out. If you really want to effectively communicate with a person, you don't wait to see. You don't set traps for somebody to do something and then wait to see what they're going to do. Because like I said, for me, what's my favorite phrase, nephew?
If you test you
give me a test, I'm gonna fail on purpose. You see what I'm saying?
Because you got like 5 of them.
Yeah, but that's my favorite. If you give me a test, my black ass is gonna fail on purpose. Real talk. All right, y'all. If you on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram, we getting ready to get up out of here. TikTok, I'm gonna hang out with y'all just a little bit longer while we're doing a little bit of stuff here because a lot of people come in. I want to answer some of their comments. So to Facebook, YouTube, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram and Twitch and all the good people. Jatim, Thamo, Ashtamars, Elibadit. What does all that mean? It means nephew, Julaka, and Denise. It means we love you.